Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for a new chapter manga review. Welcome once again. I didn't know this was actually releasing in Shonen Jump, the app. I kind of completely stopped reading from there once The Promised Neverland ended. And yeah, I've had some people like Quilter and other people encourage me to go and check out some of the new manga that's been releasing. So thank you so much for everyone. Manga Otaku also sent me a message about this one specifically. So thank you so much for encouraging me to read these. I didn't realize, I mean, I knew they were going to release new ones. I didn't realize that there were going to be action-packed ones. So this one is called Our Blood Oath. And I just finished the first chapter yesterday. It definitely was something that I did not expect. Now, from just the picture, the main picture, it almost seems like it's a yaoi type of series where two boys are into each other, but it's not that, not particularly. It's actually completely different from that. And I'm glad that I didn't go in with that thought. But before I continue, a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Today is going to be the last day to be part of the giveaway. So if you haven't been part of the giveaway, go and make yourself get some free stuff. Tomorrow I will be going live late in the evening and announcing the winners of the giveaway. Also, guys, there's more manga chapter reviews and manga volume reviews in my channel, so you guys can check those out at any time after this video. Okay, chapter 1 of Our Blood Oath. Now, I'm not going to use names just because it's the first chapter, so I'm going to just kind of go by my first impressions right off the bat. Okay, so we follow these two boys essentially the entire first chapter, and there's a third guy, and I almost feel like he is not gonna reoccur as much as I thought he would have. I thought this guy was actually gonna become more of a main character, and he really wasn't. But we follow the story of a third guy, essentially, and these two guys are helping him out. But the third guy, essentially, he is leaving work late. He seems like something's bothering him, and when he gets home, he tries his best to kind of interact with his family, and his family at one point turns around, and I would say this shows just the greatness of the manga artist and the manga author, because the first pages that you're reading, it kind of looks like the family just didn't notice that he was there. But then you turn the page and you have this big panel of the family turned around looking at him with eyes of disgust, like, stop talking to us. It really does a good job when it comes to the buildup of intensity and tension that you didn't know was there. It very much hits you by surprise, I would say. Then he essentially is attacked by a person who is possessed by a vampire, or believes he's a vampire. Anyways, the guys save him, and then they see him again the next day, and he explains to them what is going on, how his family a few months ago completely stopped really caring for him, and how his family went from being loving family to now hating him. And he says, you know, it's because I'm not their blood son, I'm not their blood brother. And he explains how he was adopted, and he was really accepted and loved at first, but now everything has changed, and he really doesn't know what happened. And from the two boys that are helping him, the little boy kind of freaks out when he says we're not blood related. He's like, "Well, you don't have to be blood related to be family," and it kind of throws you off by surprise, to be honest. But you understand why he says the stuff he says towards the end. But essentially, the two boys secretly follow him home, and when he gets home, he finds his mom and dad and sister, and now they're acting very nice to him. And again, the writer and the manga artist do a beautiful job in creating this. Wait, something is different, and then bam, the tension grows from 0 to 100 pretty fast by just a flip of a page. And you see this what used to be his mom turning into this monster now that wants to eat him. Two boys come in, they let him know, hey, that's not your mom, that is actually a vampire that's possessing her, and all your other family too. So I guess the spirits come out of the bodies and they create this Severus type of monster, and it decides to fight the two other guys who are there to defend the third guy. Now the two guys there, we finally find out that they're the smaller one, the younger one looking, is actually a vampire, and the older looking is actually a slave. Now we get a background story in the first chapter. We actually get it there. Essentially, what happened was the little boy's parents, which were vampires, were coexisting with this human, and he would very much basically get kind of like a son to them. And then they had a kid, and they were brothers essentially. And then some vampire showed up and killed his parents. And to be able to defend him, he made a blood oath, hence the name of the manga, with the younger brother, and he became his slave to basically grant him more power, and they're basically powerful together. We also learned that the younger boy comes from a specific bloodline that is very, very much a powerful type of vampire, essentially. And he's able to use his blood and create it into different weapons. He uses a scythe this chapter, and he's able to destroy the vampire pretty much in one blow. And that kind of ends that whole fight, and the third guy's family wakes up, and kind of like a happy ending, right? And that's basically the first chapter. It almost felt like the two boys were detectives, and they're trying to figure out what it was. But it also feels like it's going to be kind of a case by case type of story. They're going to be helping out other people that are having issues with vampires. I will say the one thing that I liked about the manga, and I've said it twice already, is just how the manga artist and the author have done a great job with building just tension in the manga, as well as the characters doing things oddly in a way that you kind of get annoyed with them, and then you get sympathy for them once you find out why they do what they do. So the younger boy was complaining about you should still be considered family even if you're not blood related. You kind of get annoyed with him being like, okay, the guy's telling you a sad story and you're being a brat. But in reality, the younger boy went through a traumatic event in his life not so long ago, and he considers the guy that he's walking with his brother, no matter what. They're not blood related, but that's his brother, that's his companion, that's who he chose for him to be his family. So it affected him in a psychological way that we didn't understand until towards the end. So anyways, a great series. I think it will be. I will review the latest chapters I believe they only have about 4, so make sure you keep up with all of those that I'll be releasing here. Thank you so much for your love and support. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love, like, comment, and share this video. And guys, with nothing else to say, don't be strangers, and see you guys next time. Bye.